Alright, well, I guess this will have to do. I was planning on doing a live stream here, and kind of discovered that even though my YouTube channel is hitting 20 years today, I apparently don't have live video enabled, so I can actually not do a live stream despite, again, 20 years. So this is going to be a pre-taped thing that I'm doing last second because, quite frankly, I should have planned something for the 20th anniversary of a channel that I started and had dedicated myself to for a good number of years before, unfortunately, just other things in my life kind of took over. But I'm gonna make this here today, and I think later on I'm gonna try to make something a little more special. Maybe get a little more of my friends who were more involved with this channel years ago to kind of do a real thing here. And you could tell from the fact that I have nothing to say and that I'm stumbling across my words that I really did not plan this. This is literally very last second for me. In fact, I was going to do this at home in front of my actual studio instead of out in the park, but just before I came over here, a video kind of popped up on one of my feeds, specifically I think for either Facebook or Instagram. I can't remember which one. And it was from a councilwoman, I believe from Woodbridge. I do not know her name off the top of my head. I meant to look it up before I started this video, but too late for that now. But either way, it was her standing pretty much where I'm standing now, showing this building behind me. Now, if you don't know what this building is, this is the former home of Sears here at Woodbridge Center. It went out of business probably around just around the time of the pandemic, maybe a little even before that, and nothing has filled it since. So that's almost somewhere between 6 to 8 years at this point. But she pretty much got on a video calling this entire mall a dead mall. As you can see behind me, there's still plenty of cars in the parking lot, and I don't know if I can zoom in. Nope, I can't zoom in while I'm actually recording. But if you look further on, there actually are a number of cars in this parking lot. Again, maybe not here, but if you look that way, there's still plenty more. And then on the other side of the building, there's even more over there. The problem a bit with this mall is the fact that it is a gigantic mall. Whereas something like Menlo Park, which is probably around a mile, 2 miles down the road from here, that one only has 2 anchors and it's doing very well. This mall was designed to handle 6 anchors. So this originally, at least when I was a kid, was Sears, Lord & Taylor, JCPenney's, Fortune Off, Macy's, and actually I think it was built when I was a kid, Dick's Sporting Goods. As of today, JCPenney's has gone out of business. Sears has gone out of business. And Lord Taylor went out of business. Macy's, which is right over that way, is still in business. It's still doing pretty well from my understanding. And on the other side, Fortune Off unfortunately did go out of business, but there is a Boscov's in there, and Boscov's is doing incredibly well. In fact, if you went on that entire side of the mall, that side of the mall is still booming. There's always still a ton of people around there. And even this side, if you go in on this side of the mall, it's not as packed as it was. There's a few less stores than the other side, but there's still a Dave & Buster's over here, which is kind of keeping this section of the mall up and running. And they are, I think, LagCorp, I think, is taking over the Lord & Taylor. So there is actually another area going into this mall. Not one that you can obviously shop at, but there's still going to be something here. I get frustrated with, and I know I said that word wrong. Yeah, I have family members yell at me. I'll say the word irritated. I get irritated with so many people who are coming to try to destroy the few malls we have left. Yes, there are some dead malls here, some that just, there's nothing there, there's maybe no value left in them, but here in Jersey, and anyone from New Jersey can tell you, during the summer, it is hot and humid. During the winter, it is cold as hell. And during those times of the year, you don't want an open mall. You want kind of some place to go to, some place you could be inside, some place you can either stay cool or stay warm, depending on what time of year it is. And actually, I shouldn't even get into the open mall stuff. That's more argument for some other malls around here, like the Brunswick Square. That's what that's being turned into. So I apologize. I kind of went on a tangent there. Again, not planned. But with this mall in particular, this councilwoman was trying to call for it to that this area should be rezoned for more housing. I should point out, across the street is housing. Lots of housing. You can't see it from here, but way down there, they just built a whole bunch of new apartments. More housing. And they're building, I think, a whole bunch more in that direction. They are building already a ton of homes around here. The problem isn't that there isn't enough homes, I think. I think the fact is they're not affordable. And, you're not going to knock down this area and put something out. You're not going to install homes. You're going to just put more apartments up. And the people are still not going to be able to afford them. Not at $3,000 a pop. I'm ranting here. I don't actually know what these prices are, I'm assuming. But from the things I've seen, that is my guess. But I don't want to see this mall go. I don't want to see this mall go. So if you see that video and a vote comes up saying we should rezone this area, please support rezoning this area. No, don't let them rezone this area. If there's a council meeting for this, go to those council meetings. Tell them that you do not want them rezoning this zone. Tell them that they need to help this mall, that they need to help reinvigorate it, to make it a center of the town, because this is like the main street of Woodbridge, really. This is more Main Street than the actual main street of Woodbridge. This is where a lot of people come. There's a lot of events happen. Let's reinvigorate this mall instead of trying to tear it down. Okay, so now after going on a rant that had nothing to do with the channel or its 20th anniversary, now let's talk about the actual channel. If you are watching this right now, you are one of two people. You are either a friend or family member who subscribed to this channel many years ago and you're finally seeing something new posting on it, or you are someone who just saw it randomly come on your feed because I haven't posted anything in 8 years and YouTube went, let the algorithm win for this one. So that's why you're probably watching it right now. This channel really started off because I wanted to be a filmmaker in my 20s. And I started doing that in 2004, and there was really no outlets except for Newgrounds, which was animation, and had to figure out little ways to get video online through there. And then around 2005, 2006, YouTube finally came about. Made some friends who really liked doing films together. And we kind of came up with, we actually came up with a ton of YouTube channels. We had no plan, just like I had no plan with this video. But me and my friends, we used to go out with a camera, and we used to just make short films. We used to make action films, used to make comedy films, used to make experimental stuff. And for a number of years, I would post that here on Jersey Cowboy. Probably the Magnus Opus, which, looking back now, that one is almost 20 years old, and it's good, but it's not great. $5 Fight, which was an award-winning film between me and my friends. I was very proud of that at the time. I'm still kind of proud of it now, but that was kind of the peak of our action film saga. And then I got more into anime conventions, and as you probably see on the channel, have a lot of things where we were trying to make music videos with cosplayers on here and trying to kind of build up stuff for all those different types of events. So I was doing a mixture of that for years on this channel. And then somewhere around 2018, once I was in my early 30s, the career kind of took off for me. I'm not going to say where I worked, but I actually was lucky enough to work in television for almost the past 20 years now as well. So besides YouTube, I actually am in the business. I just never really got to do what I wanted to do, which was be an actual film creator, to actually make original fictional content like I was doing here years ago. But I think in 2008 I put my last film, which was a kind of a cheesy horror film, which I did with my friend Ryan O'Regan, as well as my friends Alex and John, and that was it. I actually looked at it just before I started filming this video. I didn't realize it says it's 7 years old. I actually know it's closer to 8 because it was like October 2018 when we did that. But yeah, it's been almost 8 years now since I've done anything for this channel. But I don't know if I'm going to be posting a lot more. I think I'm going to post some sort of anniversary thing, or something a little better than this. I just wanted to post something for the 20th. But maybe we'll post something a little more presentable than whatever this half-assed thing is later on. And I think that's it. Post in the comments below. Tell me what you want me to talk about, what video you want to see for the actual 20th. I'm going to see if I can get people such as Mark Rischel, who was in a lot of my old shorts, Vitaly Tomaszewski. I'll get Ryan O'Regan in there, and a few other people who would want to talk on camera. Talk about the history. I want to kind of go into, which is actually, I also want to talk about Anime Next at some point, because this channel actually started at the anniversary of me going to Anime Next for the first time. And that started like a 9-year history of going to anime conventions, including eventually staffing that one. But I guess that's all for another time. Till then, I bid you all adieu. Peace.